What's good, Council of Comics? We're still out here in California. We're gonna visit one of the best shops out here. From what we hear, we're gonna check it out. It's called Golden Apple Comics. Let's go. Excelsior. What is good, Council of Comics? Welcome to our latest limited series, The Council in California. We're still out here in California. We're gonna visit one of the best shops out here. We visited some great places, including some amazing comic book shops, and met some awesome people. We got to meet Optimus Prime and Bumblebee, we saw Nintendo World, and drank some butterbeer.
Hi, my name is Caitlin.
So this is us, Young Heart Foundation.
What's good, Council of Comics? So, come join us on our latest adventure, The Council in California.
Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Ryan from GoldenAppleComics out here in sunny Los Angeles, California. We're on world famous Melrose Avenue since 1979. My family's small business but mighty out here in the world of comic books.
With these trash chicks, it's got my heart with so many rashes. Burnt to ashes, back to dust upon the earth it crashes. Smash for love, my thesis, my drug.
So take a number and put yourself in line. Go on and grab someone. Watch this fire and ice collide.
Golden Apple was started by my father, Bill Leibowitz, the late great Bill Leibowitz, one of the pioneers of comic book retailing back in the late 70s. Huge fan of comic books and music as a kid, and this was his dream and passion. He gave up a life of wearing suits and ties and being vice president of major companies to start a little teeny local comic book shop in LA. My mom could have killed him, but here we are 43 years later. This is the comic book shop for the stars. While the celebrities come in, all the comic book creators do their signings and debut their series here, and it's pretty exciting to be a part of it, to have grown up in this business, to met everybody from Jack Kirby and Stan Lee to people you've never heard of, who I think are maybe almost as amazing. My dad used to call them the great and the near great, have all come through here. So it's a pretty fun business to have grown up in. And now that he's passed away in 2004, I've running the place ever since. We had to move once. We sold one of our locations. This is the one, the only Golden Apple Comics, the world famous store that you've all heard of around the world. And here we are in my little humble abode.
They're here in passing. As these seasons go, there's just one thing that we know. This war is far from over. So take a number and put yourself in line.
In this life,
go on and grab someone. Watch this fire and ice collide.
now it's just another year in passing.
So take a number and put yourself in line.
There's just one
go on
thing
and grab
that we know.
someone. Watch this
war
fire
is
and
far
ice
from
collide.
over.
Collide.
Yeah, man, you looking real right now. You turn me on all kinds of ways, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you saw. That's right.
So one of the the cornerstones of Golden Apple that makes us so famous is our kind of world famous clientele, celebrities and comic book creators alike. We've hosted signings with every name in the industry, and this is the place you can come and meet your heroes. Whether that's the person who wrote or drew your favorite comic book character, or from your favorite publisher, or it could be a celebrity. We just did a surprise signing recently with Keanu Reeves, and yesterday Michael B. Jordan was in doing a secret little social media plug for his new Creed comic book. So you just never know what's going on. Sometimes they're public, sometimes they're private, sometimes we post it on socials, sometimes you can get a copy autographed, sometimes not. You know, depends on who it is and what it is, or if it's a public signing. We encourage everybody to come down. Like every year we have John Carpenter here for his annual comic book anthology he puts out, Tales of Halloween Night. And sometimes we're featuring a local comic book creator, or sometimes they come from all over the world to just do a signing here at the world famous Golden Apple. So, you know, you never know who you'll meet, and make sure you look around when you're in here, because there's a lot of cool stuff to see, a lot of autographs around, a lot of stuff for sale, a lot of stuff not for sale, and some really great products to buy. We have an amazing selection, which I think is an equal reason people come in here. We're fully stocked to the max of all the new comics, old comics, back issues, graphic novels, etc., etc. It's the place to be in LA. Come and visit us, GoldenAppleComics.com if you can't come. Jump online.
Me tiene loco. I pray my God don't hold it against me. Este amor me provoco. I hope for jokes to hold it against me. ¿Qué te pasó? Dime algo que te tienes llorando. ¿Qué estás pasando? Te amo tanto. Dime de tu alma aquí en mis brazos. It's where you should be. Nothing compares to thee. Don't compare to me. Nigga D not like others. Hated by the government, loved by mothers. Undercovers, making them twist and shudder. As my tongue and lips discover how to love you the right way. Rubbing you like legs, she love to fight, man. Rihanna, she bite me. Her male friends don't like me, but see, more they speak, man, the more they hype me. And every text she type me, she write me, and how she more than like me. Hype me. Yeah. Este amor me tiene loco. I pray my God don't hold it against me. Este amor me provoco.
So the question is, and it's kind of back to the second question you asked me, like, you know, is this, you know, when did I start collecting comics, and what's my passion for comic books? And the real answer here is that, you know, this was my dad's dream. It's what I have alluded to. You know, I didn't really feel like growing up and being the comic book king of the world like he did. Back when he did it, comics weren't cool, if you remember. Now they're pretty cool, so I'm kind of happy to be in this position. I kind of fell into it. You know, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree type of situation. I don't own a comic book collection. I do read a lot of trade paperbacks. I don't read the weekly, monthly titles, the floppies as you might call them, or the single issues. It's hard for me to follow, so I like to get the full collection and sit down when I can and have some time. On that rare occasion to read a book or a graphic novel or an OGN. That's what I really enjoy. I do enjoy comics. I love comics. I love the people in the comic book industry. I love all the publishers and the creators and the writers and the distributors I've grown to know and just be fortunate to meet everybody in the industry. It's a really large industry, but it's super small at its core. I can sit in a room in a meeting with the top people in the whole industry, and it's less than like 200 people. That's what's really cool about the industry. But personally, I don't collect. I have a few gems at home that I'm saving for a rainy day, like a key book or something like that. Just more for like, you know, get out of jail free card money if I can't pay the rent or the payroll or something. But generally speaking, I don't own a collection of comic books. I don't have short boxes or long boxes at home that are my personal collection. I'm not a collector. Everything I always say, this is my collection. I own all of these comic books. Look at my amazing collection of comic books. I own that one, I own that one, I own that one, I own that one. But the thing is, my comic book collection changes every single day for what people buy from us, and then also what we buy from them. We buy, sell, and trade here every day. And so, Today we got a huge collection of hip hop variants, all those awesome Marvel hip hop variants. There's De La Soul and the Roots. We got Miles Morales, Nas. We got it all. And that was a really cool collection we just picked up from someone who came in to sell it. So now I own all these hip hop variants. Yeah, let's go. But guess what? In a couple weeks, they're all going to be gone because I'm going to sell them. I'm here to sell stuff, not collect them. I'm not really a collector of things like that, but I appreciate them all. I think all these covers are dope. These are some of my favorite albums ever made. I'm a big hip hop guy.
He knows way more of who the hip hop artists are than I do.
Oh yeah, I mean, come on, that's the Roots right there. That's,
like that's
Jizza Liquid Swords right there. I mean, come on, we all know this stuff. Well, maybe not all of us. You guys are from New York.
I know.
You guys are from New York. You guys know your hip hop.
Yeah, we know.
But I do know my hip hop. I do know my hip hop. I grew up, in the 80s and stuff like that. So, but this has always been our, family's business, and it, for a while it wasn't cool, like I said, and now it is, and I'm pretty excited to be a part of it and get the likes of, these huge celebrities and huge comic book creators coming through here. That is sort of the big thing that we do here and that we're known for. Is if you look at our Instagram and social media, there's a real cool factor of, coming to Golden Apple, doing a signing at Golden Apple, signing R2-D2 up front. You should go check that out. Signing the Spider-Man out front. I mean, Stan Lee, Tom Holland, Zendaya have all signed the Spider-Man that's up front, for example. So it's a really cool place. All the Avengers, half the cast of the Avengers came in here on the James Corden show. There's just all these amazing things. Michael Jackson used to shop here, so I got to meet him. Pretty awesome. Samuel L. Jackson has a box behind the counter that we curate for him whenever he's in town, which isn't that frequent. Coolest guy in the world. So, I'm name dropping just to show you how cool I am, but our presence online precedes us. I don't have to tell you how cool we are. Cool because people like them have made us cool. I'm not a cool person. Look at me. I just have comic books. Cool. But the shop is cool. The legend is cool. My dad was cool. He could see the future and see that this was going to happen. I thought he was crazy. My mom thought he was crazy. But here we are. We have Golden Apple Comics. It's pretty awesome.
That answer makes me feel better. That you don't have a collection of your own.
I don't collect comics.
I get a little bit of imposter syndrome. I feel a little guilty because I also don't have a collection of my own. But I support, and I love the community, and I love
comics, and I love the community. But I just don't.
Yeah, I'm more of a novel kind of girl.
Well, also, if you come to work in the library, so to speak, with all these comics, and we have boxes overflowing.
Yeah,
the last thing I want to do is have my house look like this. Yeah. Right? No, thank you. Unfortunately, I do have my house look like this, but it's not my comic books. My wife and I started a comic book charity. I mean, I can plug that.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
It's called the Golden Apple Comic and Art Foundation. You can go to comicartfoundation.org. It's a 501c3 nonprofit organization, and our mission statement is to preserve, showcase, and safeguard comic books for future generations to enjoy. And so one of our longtime customers donated his entire collection that he amassed over 50 years. It's like 200 plus long boxes, plus another 60 boxes of magazines, and it's comic books from all ages, some of the best comics you've ever seen, the best collection you've ever seen. And we are tasked with organizing it, rebagging and boarding it, cataloging it, palletizing it, and shipping it to the University of Pennsylvania, which is his alma mater. He wanted to donate the entire collection to the university, and the university said, yes, that's amazing, but what the heck are we going to do with this stuff? We don't know anything about comic books. We don't know how to, organize them, because they're actually really confusing, comic books. To figure out the series and the alphanumeric of comic books is a little more challenging than people might think. And so we've been spending months and months cataloging, organizing, alphanumeric, rebagging, boarding someone else's giant collection. So yes, my house looks like I'm a hoarder and a huge collector. I don't own any of them. None of them are being resold. They're all going to the University of Pennsylvania for safeguard and kind of research purposes for forever and ever. You know, the university's been around for over 100 years. It's the oldest university in the country, and it should probably stand the test of time. So that's one of the things we're doing. And so you guys can help save comics. Go to comicartfoundation.org.
So, thank you guys for joining us. We came out here to GoldenAppleComics, probably the most famous comic shop that I know of. Plenty of people have been in here. We want to thank you guys for letting us come in and film. You're giving us more than we could imagine. We wanted like 2 minutes and we got like so much.
We love it. We love just spreading the word and having people come in here and going viral and all that stuff.
Excellent, excellent. We want to thank you, appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you for being such a big help for the comic community.
Big shout out to the Council of Comics. Like and subscribe.
Yeah.